Why, hello there. Welcome to the network. Today's the state of the network. I don't know who's there. I see Amy's there. We're just waiting on that sound check. We got sound. We are good to go. Who else is out there besides Amy and Donna and Vinny? There we go.
Hi, Vinny.
All three of us.
Doing?
How's everybody doing? All right, I gotta go over here. Pull up the numbers.
It's the numbers day, people.
The numbers day.
The numbers
Though
day.
I do want to bounce an idea that Amy had brought up last night. I want to put it out there and see if anyone wants to take a bite on it as far as what if it's something they'd want to see. But first, let's talk about numbers. Numbers.
Teasers. Teasers.
Everything is exactly the same as it was. Oh, except my buddy boy's got a little sneeze.
He does have the deal.
But everything is the same as it was yesterday. Oh, there we go. Get Vinny on there. So, just in case you were wondering, oh, hey.
Oh, and it's time for Ferris to call.
Hey, your phone's upside down.
I know.
So, numbers wise, everything's pretty much the same. We are still at 400, which thank you, Amy, because you were a big part of that. And absolutely keep pushing. The more people we get, the more eyes that are going to be on products, the people who are business members of the network, and that means more potential conversions for them. You know, Laura Lee, Donna, the people who sell art, 3 Feet, Steve, you know, people who are handcrafting stuff, Leela, who's got her own little bakery operation going. All these people, they benefit by having more eyes on their projects. So, you know, that is an invaluable amount of help that you can that you're injecting into the network. So, yeah, absolutely, just keep whoring it out, and we'll be able to get everybody making more money, which is what the network's about. It's about getting local producers some eyes on their products, so that they could potentially make conversions, they can make sales, and they can make money to feed their families, because that's really what's important here. It has nothing to do with me. I don't get paid for this. I do this because it needs to be done, which seems to be a running fucking theme for me for the last year, and I'm not exactly particularly happy about it, because I'm not used to being the hero of the story. I'm used to being the villain, and I liked my little spot where I was, and this being respectable shit kind of fucks with me. Anyway, so last night, Amy had whipped out, and anybody who is an old school nerd from like the 90s is going to remember this, Illuminati cards, which were based off of Robert Anton Wilson's 1970s saga. Mind you, this is what the cards are based off of, the 1970s saga, the Illuminatus trilogy. So because of copyright issues, they didn't go with a direct translation from the books, because, well, it's a whole mess dealing with copyright in the United States. So they just took the books as inspiration. These these cards, there's like a bunch of sets of cards, and Amy happened to pick up a whole bunch of them in the, I guess, late 90s, early 2000s, right? And she wanted to showcase them and talk about the weird relevance that they managed to generate. Um, just sort of like a weird synchronicity type of thing, because as we all know, Steve Jackson is not like some CIA asset that knows things that you tried to leak out via a game. That's not reality. So it's just how odd these things are. And yeah, she bought them from eBay. Mind you, you could buy them on Amazon. You could buy the sets on Amazon, Amy. You didn't need to buy them on eBay. Well, to get the specific cards, I guess you would have, but you could buy packs from Amazon right now. I was looking up the game this morning, just basically like overlooking like the rules and stuff like that to see if that would help make sense of the cards that you were showing us, and it doesn't. So there's that. But while I was looking, while I was looking for the rule book, link to Amazon for the cards came up. So I guess you can buy the game, the cards from the game from Amazon at this point. I'm guessing Steve Jackson decided after like 99% of his deck came true that he would re-release or whatever. I mean, they're not difficult directions, but I don't think the directions don't really impact the cards as much as the cards impact the gameplay in and of itself, which is good. That's what a good card game is supposed to do, like nerd card game, not poker. So so with that in mind, I mean the game was built properly, and it was meant to be tongue in cheek and fun, but much like The Simpsons, it's like art predicted life, and we're gonna like look through some of these cards, and we're gonna talk about them and talk about maybe possibly the reality that happened that coincides with these cards. There are famous Illuminati cards from the game, like Bill and Hillary Clinton. It's about conspiracies that have been with us since the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. And it should be no surprise. I think the game was originally released for public in '94, which is the reason why Bill and Hillary Clinton were cards for that game. But Steve Jackson initially came up with the idea for the game in 1981, 82, somewhere around that point in time. So a lot of the functionality, a lot of the meat and potatoes of the game was already in place before the end of the Reagan era presidency, before Bush Senior, H.W. Bush. Yeah, H.W. Bush became president. So it's just one of those weird things that happens in reality. Like when we talk about The Simpsons did it, The Simpsons did it. Well, it's just a weird thing that happens. Like time is a spiral, and when that spiral gets close to another time, maybe the ideas just reflect the same, but in a different way. And who knows? I'm not going to get all woo on you guys, but there you go. There's that possibility. There's that potential. Maybe we broke time and space in and of itself when we shot Harambe. And now we're paying the price. or maybe it was that the weasel in the CERN reactor, the CERN particle accelerator that made it break down, and it cracked open time space, created a singularity, and we're just all like living on the edge of a black hole for all of eternity, stretched to infinity. The end. And it's just going to get more and more absurd as we get closer and closer to the actual singularity from the event horizon. Oh, and there's Chunkus. I don't know, but we're gonna, yeah. Well, that's what happens technically on the event horizon of a black hole. It's all just a simulation because it stretches on for infinity. So none of it is actually real. So we could all walk around with our tits out and it wouldn't matter. Yeah, you missed like the whole
show, huh?
The whole Illuminati thing.
Ah. Well, I was getting an update from.
Yeah, how's Spring doing?
She's back and forth.
Feeling better?
Yeah, but she called Chuck on the big white telephone. Wow. So yeah, it's touch and go. She's going to be in the hospital for a minute, and I hope she feels better.
Well, that's the thing that happens. You have a heart attack. You're supposed to hang out of the hospital.
Yeah, I know.
You're not supposed to just go home.
She's like, I want to go home, but you keep your ass in the hospital.
That's shit that I do.
Days. Yeah.
All right. Had a heart attack. Did you give me an epinephrine shot? Yeah. All right, I'm going home. Bye. There ain't nothing else you can do for me. Well, we can observe. I was like, I'm leaving now. Bye.
Bye.
I have money to make. Anyway, so that's a possibility of something that could be coming in the near future. I did have a thought now that I was actually talking about the whole thing. If you wanted, Amy, we could do like a produced show.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
Instead of doing it live, doing like a produced show where we just where we could take like one of the cards and then we go and we take a look at it, we analyze the text, and then we go and we find the truism behind. Oh man, you okay, buddy?
Baby boy.
We've been having the windows open too, so it's not exactly impossible that this is allergy related.
Right.
Because we don't have filtered air when we have the windows open. Yes, Chonkus, can I help you? Anyhow. So Amy, we can talk about that later at some point in time. Maybe if you want, we could get some we can get some pictures done of the cards so that we can use those and get the research leg of it done, and then figure out how we want to do like this production, because we could feasibly do it here, like by a StreamYard, where we're recording it, but we're not broadcasting it. And then I can download that video and then put it into production and, add all the bells and whistles that I do, like with the Comfortable Lives videos, with the ILMT videos, and give us that little razzle dazzle, and then we can just produce it as like a show. You mull that over, and we'll talk about it after the fact. It is in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm really hungry.
Yes.
And I think I'm gonna make some food.
That means I have cat food.
So yeah, we're gonna get going. So I guess look forward to that. Remember, if you know someone who is a entrepreneur, content creator, artist, and they are on a tight budget, you can always send them our way. We will promote them at no cost and get their name out there. We are good at whoring people out. I got the pimp hat and everything. God damn it. Yeah, well, we have the things now. We can. There we go, and the feather. There we go. So yeah, let us know. And we will get on that as soon as humanly possible. But we can't do anything unless we are introduced to these people. So yeah, send them our way. Tell them about us. Tell them what we do, and maybe we get them on the show. Maybe we just get them on Tribe Chat Out Tuesday, and we whore their stuff out on the social medias. Thanks everybody for coming by. I greatly appreciate it. And Donna's saying bye. Bye.